Here is your briefing for Wednesday, August 12, 2026. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google API flaw, let weaker AI models decode stronger models' reasoning. Researchers found that hidden reasoning traces passed between API calls at OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google can be replayed and decoded by weaker models in the same family. The attack recovers internal chain of thought, API keys, passwords, and even concealed harmful content from public agent trajectories. Across thousands of log sessions, they pulled hundreds of thousands of thinking blocks. 4 abuse paths emerged: model distillation, cross-user data theft, bypassing safety filters, and injecting prompts inside opaque reasoning objects. That's the headline from the Hacker News, and it shows the current generation of agent tooling still treats reasoning as just another opaque payload instead of a security boundary. Malicious LiteLLM releases tied to Trivy hack may have exposed 2,100 plus organizations. 2 malicious LiteLLM packages sat on PyPI for roughly 40 minutes in March and harvested cloud credentials, SSH keys, Kubernetes tokens, and database passwords from any system that installed them. CloudSEK recovered attacker loot, mapping the exposure to more than 2,000 organizations. The campaign appears linked to the earlier Trivy supply chain compromise. That's the headline from the Hacker News, and it is another reminder that even short-lived malicious releases in the Python ecosystem can produce long-lived operational damage when the packages touch production AI tooling. Attackers exploit VMware vCenter, vulnerability to gain persistent remote access. Threat actors are actively exploiting a directory-traversal flaw in VMware vCenter, CVE 2026-59310, CVSS 9.8, that Broadcom patched last month. Observed activity includes path traversal, followed by cron jobs that drop reverse SSH for persistence. The campaign started hitting systems within days of disclosure. That's the headline from the Hacker News. And it is the usual story. Critical virtualization infrastructure with network exposure gets owned fast once a public exploit appears. Google's Gemini app surges to 1 billion users. Google announced that its Gemini app has reached 1 billion users, making it the fastest growing product in company history. The milestone comes amid continued model releases and heavy marketing, though questions remain about whether growth can be sustained as newer models slow down and competition intensifies. That's the headline from TechCrunch and Ars Technica, and it is a concrete data point on how quickly consumer AI interfaces are moving from novelty to default behavior for a billion people. Adobe patches 3 CVSS 10.0 ColdFusion and Campaign Classic flaws. Adobe released updates for multiple maximum-severity vulnerabilities in ColdFusion, Commerce, and Campaign Classic. The worst include operating system command injection and eval injection that allow arbitrary code execution, plus authorization bypasses that can lead to denial of service or privilege escalation. Several carry CVSS scores of 10. That's the headline from the Hacker News, and it is the quarterly reminder that even mature enterprise platforms continue to ship command injection and authorization holes that require emergency patching. 5 stories, 1 through line. The agent and API layers we are rushing into production still leak reasoning, secrets, and control when the abstractions are treated as trusted. Supply chain attacks in AI adjacent. Python packages are producing measurable organizational exposure. Core virtualization platforms remain high-value targets that get compromised shortly after patches drop. Consumer adoption numbers are hitting billion-user scale while the underlying security model lags, and the usual critical enterprise software keeps shipping CVSS-10 holes that force fire drill updates. The pattern is consistent. Speed and convenience keep winning over verification at the boundaries. The organizations that treat every new integration point as hostile will be the ones still standing when the next wave of these issues lands. That's the briefing. Stay sharp, patch your systems, and we'll see you tomorrow.